Tuned in to Iceman Unchained. Spitting that hot shit off the Dead Sea Scrolls. We decided to do something different, y'all. This is still the Iceman show, but just in a different form. But I decided to do something different. Still gonna be spitting that hot fire. Just gonna be doing things just a little bit different. I'd like to thank all of you who have purchased my book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman Volume 1. I'd like to thank all of you for purchasing my book. It's really starting to take off, but I still need to get out there and do some more promotions. Got to get out here and start doing some promo stuff out here on these streets. I got some family supposed to be hooking me up with getting my book to individuals who can have me like on their show and stuff like that. I got a family member that knows Tavis Smiley, and she said that she would get another copy of my book and send it to him. I told her that I might just go ahead and just do it myself rather than have her do it. But I'm going to see. She's already made contact with his people, so I'm going to wait to see what they do. But she said he would definitely be interested in checking out my book, especially since I'm trying to uplift black folks, and I'm doing this independently. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm promoting the book, and we're trying to get out there. I've been hitting the highways, just going all over the country, been flying all over trying to promote the book and get it out there. Also, been talking to my frat brothers in Houston, the ones that had me speak, had me do a lecture down there in Houston right before I moved out of here to Atlanta 3 years ago. So I've been talking to them, and they're talking about getting me back to Houston to do some motivational speaking, to talk to some cats, and try to get some things popping in Houston, since there's a lot of my frat brothers there in the city of Houston. But anyway, the Iceman Unchained is just another variation of the Iceman show, but we're just going to do things a little bit different. We hope you like the show. This is the first broadcast. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I've been looking at Ustream, and I'm possibly going to go back to Ustream like I did 3 years ago and do a live broadcast on there, do a call-in show, and do pay-per-view, and do that. So that's what we're thinking about doing. Thinking about going back to Ustream. I had a couple of people reach out to me and ask me if I was coming back to Ustream, and I said that at first I was, this is like a couple of years ago, I was like, oh hell no, I ain't going back to Ustream. But I was thinking I should probably go back to Ustream because I'm just not happy with Blog Talk Radio, man. It's just the way they're starting to do shit on Blog Talk Radio is just straight up foul, man. It's just kind of funky how they've been doing things. So I don't think I'm going back to blogtalkradio.com. You can go to blogtalkradio.com and listen to my old shows, the Iceman show. You can go back and listen to some of those shows, but the likelihood of me going back to blogtalkradio.com is slim to none. Anyway, you tune in to the Iceman Unchained. We're going to go after the coons and the bed wenches and Aunt Jemimas and white supremacy head on. That's what this show is going to be about, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your hat. Make sure you hold on to something, because we about to strap it on and give it to you raw in your eardrum. What I want to talk about quickly is the whole situation going on with MSNBC. And I find it to be interesting how MSNBC just cleaned house. They did a nigger purge. Okay, they got rid of Al Sharpton, or I believe they moved him to Sunday early in the morning. Which, I mean, I could give less than a fuck about Al Sharpton anyway, or his show. But Melissa Harris Perry, I used to watch her show every now and then whenever I got on the treadmill at the gym, because they'd always have MSNBC on. Matter of fact, they still do. And, you know, I didn't mind looking at her show, because every now and then she did have some pretty good topics on her show. What I didn't know is that she was a staunch, stomp down feminist. I didn't know this. And she is the prime example of what happens when feminism goes wrong. And in her case, it went wrong for her all the way down to her dirty drawers. And basically, the number one reason why Al Sharpton, Melissa Harris Perry, and I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that was black on that channel. I don't think there's anyone else that's black on there. The only reason why they had them two on there is for them to help decipher what was going on with the Obama administration. That was pretty much it. They weren't on there for any other purpose. They were just there to break down black speak or black culture for MSNBC viewers who happen to be non-black, and I guess couldn't understand Ebonics. But I didn't know she was a staunch feminist. I didn't know this until a couple of people sent me emails saying, "Wait a minute, Ice, you didn't know she was a feminist?" And I was like, "No, I don't listen to her. I don't look at her show or listen to her show that often." It's like, dude, she be getting on there dirty macking black men. And I said, "Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. Had I known she was on there stomping for feminists, stomping for white feminism, and dirty macking black men, I wouldn't have never looked at her damn show. I wouldn't have looked at it twice." Now she goes on there and tries to do some real slick, underhanded shit, thinking she was gonna shame them white executives at MSNBC. Talking about she ain't gonna stand, you know, she ain't nobody's mammy and Negro bed wench, pretty much. I mean, this broad was sitting up here talking about, she was talking shit. And she was talking shit like she had some power up in there. Remember, those of you my paid subscribers, y'all know when those of you my paid subscribers, remember I've made many videos about black women or black people talking that get in. Let's get inside of these white-owned corporations and change things from the inside. Remember, I did a couple of shows on that. Black. See, she's one of them ignorant Negroes who actually believed she could change things from the inside. Okay, you can't go and get inside of a white company and change white supremacy at a white-owned corporation. You can't do it. It's impossible. And black people who waste their time trying to shame or either try to change things from the inside by being a super suck ass or aligning themselves as a feminist like Melissa Harris Perry, which got her nowhere. And she knew what she was doing when she released that letter to her underlings or subordinates, who in turn turned the letter over to embassy brats. And I guess I don't know how she could have thought she wasn't gonna get fired for that shit. So you have to understand something. Black folks think if they jump on, they jump over here on the side of the lesbians and the gays and say, oh, I'm a lesbian, I'm a gay person now, or I'm a staunch feminist. And what black people don't understand is that no matter what team you pick, is if your skin happens to be brown, according to the white supremacists and the racists, you're still on the wrong team. So it doesn't make sense for you to sit up here and try to align yourself with the white supremacists. Sooner or later, they're going to use you like a $2 hoe, and they're going to throw you out with the morning garbage. I mean, that is the rules of white supremacy and racism. I'm discussing these things in my new book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman Volume 2. I'm working on Volume 2 right now. If you want Volume 1, you can get Volume 1 at Amazon.com. You can get it either in ebook form, tablet format, or I think in 2 to 3 days time you get in paperback form. If you buy the paperback format and you want me to sign the book, email me at the Iceman Unchained, and that's THE, the Iceman Unchained at gmail.com. The Iceman Show, the Iceman Show, THA, the Iceman Show at yahoo.com, and email me at one of those email addresses and set everything up. You're gonna have to pay the postage to me, and you're gonna have to send me an envelope so I can put the book in there and send it back to you. So you're gonna have to have a prepaid envelope in there. Make sure it covers all of the postage. Okay? But I will sign it for you. I will autograph it for you and send it back to you if you would like me to do that. So, but be on the lookout for my next show, The Iceman Unchained. This is my new channel. And go to my website, asktheiceman.com, or check me out on Instagram, The Iceman Show.